So, hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Letizia Bonacci and I'm a professional dancer in Germany. And in today's video, I wanna make with you a split stretching routine. Getting the split is gonna take a lot of time, therefore, it is mandatory to be consistent with the stretching and being patient. It's not gonna be something that you achieve from one day to another. This routine is very short so that everybody is able to do it on a daily basis, and it is completely free of equipment, so you can do it wherever you want. So we're gonna start our stretching routine with a low lunge with the right leg in front, and we make sure to keep the knee in line with the second toe, and we keep this position for a few seconds, and then we slowly gonna pass to a hamstring stretch, where our focus of course is to go as close as possible to our front leg, and we try to really feel the stretch. Make sure that you flex your toes, and so that you can feel that extra stretch on the leg, which is really good. And then we're gonna go again to a low lunge, but this time we put our arms on the inside part of the leg, and we try to go as deep as possible with our upper body forward. So we try to put our elbows on the floor, and we stay there for a few seconds and really feel that opening of the hips that is going to help you later on to achieve your split. And then we are gonna take our left foot with the right arm, we cross and we make a quad stretch. If you want, you can feel free to roll up a little bit your feet, but make sure you're really stretching those quads, because these muscles are often cramping for dancers. They are often very developed for professional dancers, so it's always good to give them a stretch. And then we are gonna go to our pigeon pose, always with the same leg in front of us, and we try to go with our upper body forward. So we try to go as close as possible to the floor. Don't worry if you cannot touch your leg, just it takes time, and really make sure that you stretch those glutes. And these positions are all for stretching our legs, every part of the leg that is gonna be involved in the splits. Then we do the same thing that we did before with our lunge. So we make another quad stretch, same opposition, just try to stretch as much as possible. It's very painful, but believe me, it's gonna help you to achieve your splits. Feel free to make any movement that your body needs to do, and then you're ready to go on a split. Right leg in front, left leg back, and we try to keep our hips as square as possible so that we can really feel the stretch on the legs. And it doesn't come from like opening the hips, but it's more a square position. And then we shake a little bit, we give our legs a shake, and we can make a little bend forward or pancake, however you want to call it, just to stretch our hamstrings. And we can do a little bit of active stretching. So we go on a curve, we pass our hands through our legs, through the outside part of our legs, and we just make up and down. Make sure you involve also the breathing. And a few more, just to make this spine a little bit mobile. And then we just stay again on a bend position. So we try to reach our feet as much as we can. For me, for example, this position is really painful, but for some people it's easier, so it depends really how you are. You can have the same position actually standing, just bending forward with your upper body and try to touch the floor with your hands. Feel free to make some plie to open a little bit more the legs in a second position. And then we repeat every single move to the left side. So we start our low lunge with the left leg. We can keep the knee behind from the leg behind, we can keep it up. Or if you want to feel more comfortable, you can also put it on the floor. If you can keep the balance here, it's really good. And it's also stretching more. But of course, feel free to adjust on your own perceptions. Then we're gonna go to a hamstring stretch. The same, but just with the left leg, and really try to bring the belly bottom touching your front leg. This is one of the hardest positions for me because I have very tight hamstrings. So I cannot, for example, stretch my back completely. And then we go to a low lunge again, but this time with the arms inside. We put our elbows on the floor if you can, and just wiggle the hips if you need to, and feel this stretch that is gonna open the hips and prepare your body to make the split also on the left side. And after we've done that, we're gonna grab our right foot with our left hand and we go to a quad stretch again. For example, for me, the right leg is more tight in comparison to the other leg, so I struggle more to stretch my quads on the right side instead of the left. So it's always a little bit unbalanced because everybody has a better side. And then we're gonna go to our pigeon pose. Make sure to try to keep the hips as square as possible and really keep a long spine. And with the breathing, you go forward and you bring your upper body forward towards your leg, towards the floor, and you keep the position for a few seconds. Engage the breathing, don't forget. And then slowly we're gonna go to a quad stretch again. And really this time feel the opposition in your hips and in your shoulders. This should feel really, really good. You should feel a spiral going from your lower part of the body until the top of your head. And then we're ready to go to the split position on the left side. So having done this stretch, you're gonna feel that your splits are much more comfortable to be in. Of course, it depends on your level, it depends on your flexibility. Remember that it takes time to achieve the splits and it takes a lot of patience, so don't rush this process. And then you can try, if you can, of course, to alternate the splits from one leg to another, just feeling this hip rotation that we can do. And to finish the stretch, we can go on a front split and try to really put our upper body sticking to the floor, also the belly button, everything, just to feel this opening of the hips. And actually, we are good to go and we're ready to start our day of training and rehearsals. I hope you enjoyed this stretching routine, and if you would like it, just remember to subscribe to the channel, activate the notification and leave a like, leave a comment if you need to. If you want some advices, you can always write me on DM on Instagram or here in YouTube. And yeah, happy dancing!